Donald Trump came into office promising to change the face of American politics and transfer power back to the people. So what has he achieved so far? There were some good moves and some bad. Let's take a quick review of Donald Trump's presidency so far. Make sure to click the like button if you find this video informative and subscribe for more great content. During the campaign, Donald Trump vowed to create 25 million jobs over 10 years and become the greatest jobs president ever. But the basic trajectory of the economy under President Trump remains exactly the same as it was under President Obama till now. He made NATO allies to add $12 billion more towards United States collective security. Decades of efforts by the Bush and Obama administration failed to get NATO allies to meet their financial commitments to the alliance. But Trump's talk and reticence to affirm America's Article 5 commitment did the trick. NATO is stronger as a result. Healthcare was always going to be an early test for President Trump after he made it a centerpiece of his election campaign. President Obama's Affordable Care Act helped more than 12 million previously uninsured Americans to finally get their health covered. It may have suffered a bit from the premiums, and Donald Trump said he would immediately repeal and replace it. But Mr. Trump has moved to use his predecessor's signature law in some other ways. He suspended payment to insurance companies. The administration also cut funding to encourage Americans to sign up to the government-run health exchange. The CBO estimates the number of uninsured Americans will increase by 13 million by 2027. While premiums on the individual market could rise 10% a year over the next decade, which is, if you don't get it, kind of a bad news. Making Mexico pay for the wall was Donald Trump's signature promise during the campaign, but it doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. There are prototypes built, but the Democrats have refused to approve a penny towards it, and Mexico's leaders say that will never happen. Donald Trump is one of the most unpopular presidents in the history of modern world. His weekly approval rating is suffered at 39% on an average after 12 months in office, according to Gallup. The approval rating for different presidents looks as follows. President Barack Obama at 50%, Bill Clinton at 54%, and George Washington Bush at 83%. Donald Trump is at 39%, which is the lowest recorded of any elected president in his first term. Clinton had the previous lowest at 49%, which is a 10% difference. The image of US leadership has declined since when Donald Trump took over the office, according to Gallup, falling 18 points since Barack Obama left office. Trump was surprisingly tough towards Russia. Trump approved $47 million arms package for Ukraine, sent troops to Poland border with Russia, and imposed new sanctions on Moscow for violating the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty. He admitted he was wrong on Afghanistan and reversed Obama's disastrous withdrawal. Trump declared, "My original instinct was to pull out, but all my life I have heard that decisions are much different when you sit behind the desk in the Oval Office. A hasty withdrawal could create a vacuum for the terrorist." Trump is right to be angry about leaks of private conversations with foreign leaders and the political bias of some individuals involved in the Russian probe, but the vast majority of those in the FBI, the Justice Department, and the CIA are good, decent, and honorable patriots who deserve the president's respect. Trump should not undermine our institutions because of the corrupt, illegal actions of some individuals. He fired James P. Comey. If he wanted a change in FBI leadership, he should have announced it the day after the election. Comey's belated firing led directly to Mueller's probe, which hangs over Trump's presidency like the sword of Damocles. What bills has Trump signed into law or passed on his own? "We have signed more legislation than anybody. We broke the record of Harry Truman," Mr. President said in the late December. The president has also claimed to have passed more legislations than any president since Harry Truman, which was only correct during his first 100 days in office. He has since fallen behind previous administrations, said by Government Track. He is installing conservative judges who will preside for decades. With his appointment of Neil M. Gorsuch, Trump secured a conservative majority on the Supreme Court, and he is moving at record pace to fill the Federal Appeals Court with young conservative judges. His noxious tweets undermined his presidency. He overshadowed his policy achievements, his excellent address to Congress and speeches in Saudi Arabia, Warsaw and South Korea by tweeting about Obama's wiretapping him, gloating over Arnold Schwarzenegger's failure on The Apprentice and attacking the host of Morning Joe. Trump fails to understand that the power and grandeur of his presidency are greater than any of the smash-mouth tactics that got him into the office. He has spent more time attacking Republicans than Democrats. Trump needs to expand his Senate majority if he wants to pass his agenda. Yet he spent an inordinate amount of time in his first year at war with members of his own party. He is giving Miranda rights to captured terrorists. Trump promised to start treating captured terrorists as enemy combatants again. But instead of intelligence-driven interrogation and sending terrorists to Guantanamo Bay, he has continued Obama's criminal justice approach to terrorist detention. He stood by Roy Moore. His endorsement of an alleged sex predator was morally indefensible and sent a message to women everywhere that Republicans do not believe that credible allegations of a grown man molesting teenagers are disqualifying, and that message has been received. Polls show a significant increase in the percentage of women who favors Democrats over Republicans in 2018. He has failed to condemn the alt-right. His many sides response to Charlottesville was shameful. There's a lot of things about the presidency that are hard, but condemning neo-Nazis isn't one of them. While Trump eventually did so, as white nationalist Richard Spencer pointed out, Trump has never denounced the alt-right, nor will he, sadly. Spencer is right. Trump's failure to condemn the right's fever swamps hurts his presidency and the conservative movement. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next video.